Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're going to cut right through the marketing hype around a very popular set of speakers. We're looking at the Cambridge Audio SX60 bookshelf speakers.
Right, a huge seller at that entry-level price point.
Exactly. And the company promises a confident, energetic sound and even accurate tonal balance, all for under $300. So the mission, is simple. Can we actually trust those claims?
Well, I think before we even get to the sound, we have to look at what they're made of, the components,
The raw specs.
the raw specs. And let's be clear, these are entry-level speakers. You're getting standard MDF cabinets.
So basically pressed wood, affordable stuff.
Affordable, yes. Then you've got a front-firing reflex port, an 89 dB efficiency, and a frequency response that, well, it only dips down to about 50 hertz.
Okay, so it's not going to shake the room with deep bass.
Not true deep bass, no. And that data, it really tells a story. Tells you they're trying to give you a big, full sound from a small box on a tight budget. The key question is always, what trade-offs did they have to make to hit that price?
Okay, so let's unpack that. The marketing really leans into the drivers, right? This big 165 millimeter mid-bass unit and a 25 mil silk dome tweeter. When the pro reviewers first got their hands on them, what was the initial reaction?
The initial reaction was overwhelmingly about the energy.
The confident sound they talked about.
Precisely. The sound signature is just very upbeat. You get prominent treble, rich-sounding bass. And what really stood out in the reviews was the rhythm control. Multiple sources called them genuinely impressive for house music, electronic, basically any energetic genre, especially for under $300.
Hold on. If the pros were praising the energy, how do we explain why the customer reviews are so divided? I mean, you see some people calling them fantastic, and then others just say they're muffled and muddy.
And that
Yeah.
right there is the crux of the issue.
And so there's a specific technical flaw the independent tests picked up on.
There is. It all comes down to one thing. Uncontrolled bass. It just bleeds. It spills right into the mid-range, and that completely disrupts the tonal balance they promised. In fact, one highly critical reviewer was very blunt. He just said, flatly, the bass ruined everything.
Wow. Ruined everything.
Oh.
That's brutal. That sounds like more than just a personal preference.
Oh, it is. It points directly to measurable problems in the frequency response curve.
So how can that be? How can a driver be praised for rhythm control, but then have bass that just fails so spectacularly?
It's all about a design compromise. It's a bit of acoustic physics, really. So the technical analysis shows that the port damping is very strong. And what that does is it restricts any true deep bass extension.
So it can't really go low below that 50 hertz number.
It struggles to.
Yeah.
So instead of giving you real low end, the design creates what we call mid-bass bloom.
Yeah, bass bloom. Okay, what's that?
It's a way to give you the illusion of powerful, rich bass. You get that initial thump, that feeling of impact.
But without the actual low frequency reach. It's a kind of sonic trick?
It's an engineering trick. A clever way to make a small budget speaker sound much bigger than it is.
And I'm guessing that bloom is what makes these speakers so demanding to set up.
100%. It makes them incredibly sensitive to placement.
Even with the port on the front, I always thought that was supposed to make them easier to place near a wall.
It helps, but that mid-bass energy is just so strong that it interacts heavily with boundaries. If you put them any closer than, say, 30 centimeters from a wall,
Yeah.
the problem just gets amplified. That powerful bass just swamps the rest of the sound. And that's exactly why some customers call them muffled.
So let's tie this all together for the listener. If they're not really reference monitors and they have these placement issues, who are they actually for?
Look, for the price, the build quality is solid, and they have traits you'd find in more high-end gear. They're an excellent upgrade if you're coming from tiny computer speakers.
And if you listen to certain kinds of music,
Right. Energetic music in smaller rooms, but if you listen to acoustic or jazz or anything that demands real tonal accuracy and refinement, the control issues mean they just fall short. I think the SX60s really illustrate the difference between being impressed, by the raw power and the big components, and being truly entertained by a cohesive, accurate sound.
the illusion of power versus actual fidelity.
Exactly. Understanding that a budget component might achieve that feeling of power by creating an illusion, like this mid-bass bloom, is just key to evaluating what it's truly worth to you.
So as always, keep questioning everything. The next time you see a product advertised for its confident or energetic sound, ask yourself, is this raw power or is it true accuracy? And what specific compromise was made to get it down to that price?